Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? These taglines. Let's go over it. Brands. Why date their dad when you can just be mother? Aaron's. In the cocktail of life, a New Yorker is never shaken nor stirred. Jenna. Not everyone can be a Jenna effing Lyons, but they can try. Who wants to try? Uba, love looks good on me, but darling, what does it? Okay. Jessel, I'm not up and coming. I'm already there. Sigh, I may be hungry, but at least I'm not thirsty. That got me. Raquel, the new lady. Just like a painting, you'll need a couple of looks to figure me out. Uh-uh. Go back to the drawing board, try over. Sigh, yours is funny. I may be hungry, but at least I'm not thirsty. Because y'all know last season she was always hungry. Hey, besties, welcome back to Behind the Shade. Baby, let's throw some shade and get into a new season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. It's season 15 for the franchise, but for the new reboot, it's season 2. Okay. Episode 1, Apple of My Lie. Not I, but lie. Baby, I like the title. I like it. I like it. I like it. Do you like the title of the episode, bestie? Let me know. And how about you rate this episode? It was cool. It's good for a starter. You know, they're trying to lay it all out slowly. We see who gonna be with the. I got a few little tea droppers, just a little shade to throw. I heard Jenna gonna be with the crap, the beep this season. So I will give it. I think I'm gonna rate it of 7.5, 8 maybe. And don't forget to like the video. Okay, so we see that Bryn moved into a bigger apartment. She's on some other side of town. And now she's a dog mom. Cute little dog. I think the dog's name was Sugar. Her apartment is cute. She has it cutely decorated. Her theme is something about the balls in your face. She's so crazy. Her brother is in town and he does not look mixed like she is. You know, they are mixed with black and white. And one thing about this cast, I'm really loving the cast. Like, we got color. We got color. You know, you got Jenna. You know, you have Erin. She's Jewish. You have, Jessel is Indian, but with the British accent. You know, you have Uba, who is from African descent. You know what I'm saying? You got Sai, who's uh, Afro Latina. You have the new girl Raquel, who seems to be black with a little Puerto Rican. She might be Puerto Rican. You know, did I miss somebody? Bryn, she's half. We just got some color. We got some color with New York. I saw in some people's, in the comments, on the YouTube streets, people want the old cast back. Well, that's not happening. Let's move on. So her brother is in town and he's going to stay for about a month. He lives in South Korea now. So I'm sure he he does not want to move back, but she wants to get him to try and move back. Ciao. Oh, wait, let's see. She also wants to get the ladies all together, like, go to a bar, have a little swanky time. They haven't done that in a while. And it's just been a while. She wants to catch up with the ladies. So she plans this outing. Okay, so then we get over here to Jess's house, and her husband was Pavitt. He wants to take her out. Let's go. Come on. We got a babysitter. Let's go. So she's like, how do I dress? Do I dress up or do I? He like, yeah, put it on. Of course, a man wants you to look cute. So if you give him that option, he gonna say yes because he wants you to look cute. You know what I'm saying? So she did not know that her husband, the banker who has turned into a food influencer, wants her to travel via subway. Now Jessel is bougie, little stuck up. She loves Ubering. Excuse me. That cold from Salt Lake City last week still got me just a little bit. I should be better by tomorrow. But shoot, Salt Lake City comes on tonight. I gotta make sure I put my robe on, child, before I get sick again. So Pavitt is this new food influencer. He has fun with it. I hear his page is cool. And this is the guy who will travel to Vietnam just to go eat a sandwich and come on back home. Yes, remember that from last season? So Child Jessel is just all out of shape. She at the on the subway looking like she is waiting for a rat to run across her foot. She is just like eh, and so she says she normally runs up that bill over there with Uber. They asked how that Uber bill looking. She was like about 1,000 a month. She said like $990, but that's $1,000. So she runs up the Uber, honey. Child, so the food influencer takes her down to Chinatown to this hole in the wall Chinese food restaurant. Now, if you know anything about New York, they got the food down. They got the food down. You can't get a bad meal nowhere, I don't think, in my opinion. Okay, so when they're walking down the streets of Chinatown, she's reminiscent about how she would come down to Chinatown to purchase her knockoff, purses. And she gave them names. What did she say? Instead of Prada, it was Bravo. And what was another name? I forgot the first name, but whatever. You get it. Chanel, Channel. Instead of Chanel, Channel. Instead of Louis Vuitton, it was Louis not Ton, whatever. You get it. So, and what I heard, honey, some of these housewives, they are still going down to Chinatown getting them knockoff purses, honey. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. So they're at this hole in the wall Chinese food restaurant. It's called Carol's Buns. They sitting outside this little rinky dinky place. It's just giving ew. But the food did look good. And Papa was here for it, honey. So he trying to get his grub on. And she over there talking about her birthday. I want you to plan something for my birthday because you didn't do it right. You haven't planned anything for me. And so she's telling him for Valentine's Day, all she got was a card. And she's like, remember, I sent you to the massage spa and all I got was a card. Like, so she let him know, you got to do better, bruh. So then she goes from that to talking about the embryos that they have. They're stored in Beverly Hills. Why? They don't have freezers in New York? They do. Beverly Hills, why? But that's that bougie in her. I know they have freezers for embryos in New York, Connecticut, Jersey, Pennsylvania. What is the problem, girl? So she wants to plan on having her little girl. Because who knows? She could be Beyonce or Elon Musk. So he's like, so we find out that the twins are 2 years old now and they are a handful. So Papa is like, he don't want no kids. He good. He got two. He good. And so she's kind of like, well, what we doing with this one? Because we going to get rid of it because this bill from the Beverly Hills freezer is a lot. Okay. So Uba and Aaron meet for lunch. And now they are just tighter than ever. Last year they had a little going on last season. So they worked out their issues from last season. So Aaron's friend, as we know, the popular designer, fashion designer, Rebecca Missoff, She joins them and she has purses. Her name sounds a little familiar. And I think it was Sai that said, if you shop at Nordstrom Rack, you seen her brand. Girl, the shade. The shade. So the fashion designer Becky meets them for lunch, and Uba is still with her boyfriend. We learned now. At the end of last season, she finally got her a boyfriend. And I remember him. They say he's really into her. So, child, she's thinking of having a baby with him. And I don't know how old Uba is, but okay, she said, they're gonna try it. If that doesn't work, they will adopt. So, honey, this relationship is serious, honey. Serious. So Aaron mentions Bryn's party that's coming up, and they are going, and they invite Becky to come too. So Becky knows some of the other ladies. She knows she knew Jenna, she knows Cy, you know, and so she asked about like, so who's Bryn? So they're all like be kind of reserved and pulling back. She's bubbly and fun, and so Becky is picking up on their energy, honey. She's like, should I even come? And I'm like, girl, follow your first mind. Don't. So I think Becky is going to be a friend to the show this season. And I heard in an interview, was it Cy? It was Cy. They asked her how was Becky, and Cy was saying, she's non-responsive, boring, blah blah blah. I'm like, girl, but that means you gotta clock in, girl. You gotta clock into work, Miss Sai, and get busy. You do know how to do that, honey, Miss Sagittarius. So Brian meets Jenna and Jessel at a furniture store because she moved into her new apartment, and so she's looking for a kitchen table. Try to get in there and sit down, and Jenna, I guess she gave herself a good little sniffy roo. And she's like, ooh, I have BO. And at first I was like, BO. I said, now what, Jenna? You always got something wrong with you. Last year we learned that your teeth are screwed in, and something else was, what else was not a flaw? It was a flaw. Was it her hair? It was her teeth and something else. I'm like, what is BO? So Chad talking about body odor. And I'm like, oh. And don't come for Jenna too bad, because it's the winter time. There are times when you're rushing. You know how you take your shower, you get dressed, and sometimes when you're in a rush or you're distracted and you're trying to get ready. Sometimes you get dressed backwards or just not your regular way of doing things. And if you do things backwards or differently, you can't forget that deodorant. You really can't. Maybe she was trying on shirts to see which one was cute, and the one that she liked, she left on and forgot to apply the deodorant. So she didn't travel all through, however she got to the furniture store. She has her dog with her. It was raining, and oof, that rain can make you smell like a old wet dog. Not us, but And yeah, so she had a little BO, and Jessa was like, oh yeah, Jessa had to get up and move. She was sitting next to her. She had to get up and move. But let me say, I think the shirt she had on was poly and ester. And for my body type, I can't wear poly and ester. Only in the winter when it's cold, okay? Because that material, it blocks you, it blocks your skin from breathing, and it just holds you. And it just, if I start to sweat, child, I'll be musty. And I'm talking about after a shower, after deodorant, you know, on a hot day with polyester, I will have the BO for real. So I don't do polyester, but only in the winter. That's the only time, maybe the spring. Ooh, child. So I get it. It happens to the best of us. But it was funny when Dessa was like, ooh, she did have it. She had to get up and move. So Bryn is looking for a kitchen table for her new place. And so they discussed when Aaron was on the Jeff Lewis's when Aaron was on Jeff Lewis's podcast, and they called Bryn a call girl. And so they worked it out, but Brent forgave her because she was remorseful. Now at lunch, Aaron says Jenna was sat her down to let her know that Brent told her that Aaron called her poor. Ooh, now Jenna is not poor. So this is from last season when Jenna's car broke down. Y'all remember that they went to Aaron's vacation house in the Hamptons, and Jenna's car broke down, the older vintage Mercedes. Well, it broke down at Aaron's vacation home. Aaron offered to get Jenna an Uber, and Jenna never paid Aaron back. And so they said, so Aaron says she never said Jenna had money problems. She's aware that Jenna has plenty of money. Bryn says she did say it. Aaron says the Uber cost $250, and she was annoyed by that. And so Aaron thinks Bryn was trying to get her back for the Jeff Lewis interview, tit for tat. So Cy and Jessel go on to this ice bath place. It's supposed to be good for your joints and all that, help you lose weight, blah, blah, blah. So their friendship has gotten better too since last season. Cy is working on herself, honey. She is in therapy and she is accepting people for who they are. So Bryn is brought up, of course. Bryn has not accepted Cy's apology, we learned, and they haven't talked since, they haven't seen each other since probably the reunion. And remember at the reunion, Cy was trying to be cool with her, and Bryn told Cy she has thousands of friends. She doesn't need her friendship. And they were supposed to be very close. Remember, Cy had even turned Thanksgiving into Bryn's giving for Bryn. Like, that is a friend, Bryn. You might want to work that out, but whatever. And Cy's braids were hecka cute this episode, wouldn't y'all say? She looked cute with braids. She was cute. Bring that ethnicity out, girl. So Bryn doesn't fool with Cy, but she's gonna go to Bryn's party. Cy and Jenna aren't great, but they're not bad either. They may have buried their beef, but they'll see to move it forward. So Jenna is still dating her girlfriend Cass. It's been a year now, and so Cass's mother is over at the house for the first time, and she's in Jenna's closet in her bedroom. Jenna's going through her shoes in her closet, trying to get rid of stuff. So Jenna's friend Raquel comes by for a visit. And she's in the art world. She's a curator for the art, and she also models. And honey, Cass's mama was when Raquel came over, Cass's mama was looking her up and down like, let me see. Are y'all really just friends or are y'all friends? Girl, I said, not your daughter got you spying and checking things out and looking with the third eye, trying to see what's up. So we find out that Raquel is divorced also like Jenna. She's a lesbian. She's heterosexual turd lesbian now. And she has two kids, a girl and a boy. Erin and her family, they moved back to the Upper West Side of town to be closer to the kids' school and her family. And they're out having ice cream. And Abe, her husband, cracks a joke about mushrooms. And the kids, they were sitting eating their ice cream and they got up to go play. So he cracks a joke about mushrooms. And she calls him out and, told him he was being dumb. And he's like, he said, I don't like when you control my words. Like, you need to chill out. She was like, well, your joke wasn't funny. And so in both of their confessionals, honey, they let us know that there is trouble in paradise, honey. And Erin says she didn't want to talk about it. And we need to give a heartfelt prayer. Let's pray for Erin and her family. We find out her dad passed away the day this show aired. I'm taping the day after the premiere that came on last night. So today's the next day. He passed away yesterday, the day that this season's aired. He passed, and I hear her mother is not doing that. Well, I guess she said it in the episode that her mom is. I think she suffered from breast cancer, and they haven't told the kids yet. So they're having issues, child. Oh, I did not see that coming. I thought they were a cool little couple. Remember they didn't they renew their vows last yeah. Yeah, they did a vow renewal. Uh-huh. Be careful with those renewals, child. Just be you say the vows once, just say them once and just be true to the vows. Don't redo nothing. So just have a love party. Don't renew the vows. Just have a love party. So at Raquel's house, the new member of the cast, she is holding an apple this season. We see her and her girlfriend, I think her name is Mel. They're engaged. She got this different eccentric ring on as her engagement. No diamonds, none of that. It just looks like a nice, cute little party ring. What it looks like. So they're engaged. She has the two kids, a girl and a boy. And her and Mel, they have three motorcycles, and she can't ride any of the motorcycles anymore because she dropped the bike. That means she fell. It fell. She fell on the bike. And so she rides in the back now. That was a cute scene. We got to see them interact. They're a cute couple. And I kind of like the adversity of that too. We got heterosexuals, we got lesbians. So Jenna has a friend that's like her on the show. This is going to be very interesting. This cast, they did it right. Whoever rebooted this cast, Andy Cohen, good job. Good job. Britt and her brother arrived at the party. It's at the rooftop lounge, really pretty, really, New York, They go upstairs, get their area. The view is amazing. You get to see the city, so all buildings look like they're downtown. Probably in Manhattan, I would say. But that's uptown, right? New Yorkers, Manhattan is uptown. So the ladies, you know how Bravo does. The ladies arrive one at a time so you can see their outfits or whatever. And I must say, the ladies are looking good. Do y'all agree? The ladies are looking good. Everybody is just so cute. Erin got her hair fluffed up. She got a couple more tracks in there. Everybody's just looking good, you know? So the ladies arrive one by one. Jessel and Bryn go to the bar, honey. And Jessel says she got a text from Erin that says, I'm so disappointed. And that was it. That was the text. Because Jessel said it was time for her to go to sleep. She is tired. She's a wife. She got them two rambunctious twin boys. It was time to go to sleep. So Jessel believes Jenna went back and told Erin what was said at the furniture store. Well, it was because, honey, what I heard was Jenna about to be a pot stirrer this season. And, we thought for a minute, I didn't review the show, of course, didn't have a channel then, but I didn't think Jenna would come back because she seemed real reserved, and she just seemed like, oh, this is too much drama for me. I am too important for this crap. This is beneath me. I was shocked to see that she came back. She said, okay, I'll give it another shot. Okay, okay. So then Raquel and Mel show up. Sai asks Jenna who told her that she said she hates her. Jenna, she nods her head over there towards, Bryn, and she said, this one over here. I like that. That one right there. So Aaron feels Bryn is trying to ruin friendship bonds and says Bryn talks about everybody, child, but she doesn't go around telling it because why? Why would she want to ruin friendships, Sai thought her and Bryn were cool. Yeah, okay, Sai. I don't know how you thought that. You said you ain't heard from the girl. She don't call you. You should have known y'all wasn't cool. Sai tells Jenna that she apologizes. She said, I didn't like you, but that was before I got to know you. And she said, I didn't say I hate you. I just said I didn't like you. Sai also says that Brian likes stirring the pot to keep everyone from getting close. I believe that. So 2 scenes later, Aaron tells Jessel to be nice to her. It would be nice if you just be nicer to me. And so there's a little back and forth. So it's like, what's up with that text? And she said, well, I was bummed. And so Aaron says, Brian is a manipulator. It makes you look at, it makes you look like you're the liar, right? And so she did this with Aaron and Sai, and now with Aaron and Jenna. So uh, Jenna, and Jenna's like, I don't want to fight. I ain't here for all this drama, but we hear you are, girl. So Jenna called Aaron to tell her that they brought this story up again. That's what happened after Jenna's party last season. When they were talking about that mess again, Jenna called Aaron and she said, they brought the story up again and it's gonna come back around. And she said, I didn't say it to start no stuff, but I'm just was letting Aaron know that it was gonna come back up because she said she has moved away from it. She's done with the, oh, you called me poor. Well, who cares? She's not. But what we need to know though, Jenna, hello, did you pay Aaron back for the Uber ride? Huh? And that was never clear this whole episode. We don't know. Did you give her that 250? Now I got to do this all season. Jenna, did you pay Aaron back? That's going to be every week. Jenna, did you pay Aaron back? They better tell us next season, next episode. So Jessel in her confession says she had twins. She has mom brain. She gets no sleep. Job done. I love that. Job done. Brian comes over and she's saying, like, what are y'all talking about? Like, cause you can feel with somebody talking about you, they're in a small space. So she looking around and she see them over there yapping. And she says, and here go Aaron, I'm a mom of 3. I have integrity. I just moved back to the west side. Hear me roar. I don't lie, and you don't tell the truth. Brian says, you're saying bad things about my character, and this has to stop. So then they have a back and forth and back again. Sai says, you are unwell. That is a new word, y'all. You are unwell. Did she learn that in therapy? So they're talking about at Jenna's party, the night was very weird. She said, when I walked in, it was weird. So Brendan was talking about Jessel's husband looking like Dory from Finding Nemo. Child, Sai be talking. Sai, you do be talking too much. So then they have a back and forth and back again. And Sai says, not today, Satan, talking to Brent. Not today, Satan. Not today. You ain't finna ruin, Whew. And like I said, Sai's braids were cute. So Brian gets up. She says, I'm not doing this. This is trash. Oh my goodness. Brian, would you knock it off? So she says Aaron is causing havoc in the group because all she does is laugh and giggle all day. This is Brian telling this to her brother. She's like, all I do is laugh and giggle all day. I don't have time to be stirring no pot. Aaron is causing all this havoc. Sai says her new name is Zen Sai. She said Zen Sai is gone. All my therapy just went out the window. She said because Bryn got her fired up. So Bryn leaves her own party, takes her brother. She leaves her own party, honey. And then here come Uba 25 years later. She coming in like, where's Bryn? They like, girl, you missed everything. And that was the end of the show. I think this season is going to be pretty good. I did see the production company that does Salt Lake City does Roni too. So this is going to be a good season, you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are about this episode, how you think the season is going to go, who you like, who you don't like. If you want to change the title, what do you think? I like Apple of My Lie. I like that. It's just so New York, you know. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And besties, I will see you in the next video. Bye, besties.